I'm Heather.
I'm Nate.
And this is Lazy.
We're going to Dana Point Harbor.
It's Happy Harbor Days, and Lacey's excited for the trip. On the way over, we saw a fire started, but they got it put out quick. We had been to Dana Point before, and we were staying at the Dana Point Marina Inn again, but this time was special because we had my mom and Walter with us. First stop was lunch. We found an amazing restaurant right in the harbor, and the food was so good.
The food looked as good as it tasted, and the views of the boats in the harbor were even better.
What an awesome lunch. It was such a cool spot and a great way to start our Dana Point Happy Harbor Days.
After getting checked into our hotel room, we decided to take the short walk to see the festival at the harbor.
The first shop we ran across was the Doggy Barkery, and of course Lacey had to stop. She insisted that we get her something.
She never skips an opportunity to pick up a treat. She sniffed out every corner and started skipping when she smelled something good. Next thing you know, she found the case behind the counter and told us that it was time for a cupcake.
Oh, this was so funny. She was so excited. She tried to eat the whole thing in one bite. Turns out even her mouth couldn't hold it all, but she enjoyed eating it.
The local shops had treats for the humans too, including some cool giving vending machines that made it easy to spread the holiday spirit.
It was a perfect night to celebrate the holidays. We went and told Santa everything on our wish list. We were admiring the views when one of the locals told us a little show was going to start. Oh my gosh, that was so cute and a perfect way to start off the festivities. Lacey ran into a local who told her all about this time capsule they were standing on. They buried it in 2019 and to be opened in 2069.
That seemed like a long time, so we decided to spend a little of it watching the sunset until the boat show began.
All the boats in the harbor decorate with holiday lights, and then they do a parade. We did a video on that. You can watch it next.
After watching the boat show, it was time to head back and get some photos in front of all the cool lights they had covering the entire area.
By the time we got there, the festival was in full swing and we were ready to get our holiday party going on. They were really fun, but we had so many more lights to go check out. We wanted to explore them all.
Lacey wanted to make sure to get her picture in front of every light, so she scouted out all the best spots, but we snuck in there to get a few photos of our own.
Oh, and this is my favorite part. They take all the columns and decorate them in red and white candy cane lights, and you can just walk through them. It's so pretty.
We decided to go see Santa one more time and ask him if we could open one of our gifts from under the tree early under the Merry Kiss Me sign.
We all stole kisses before heading off to bed and waking up to the most gorgeous morning in the harbor.
We took in our last views of the harbor before we left the hotel, and it was such a beautiful day that we decided to take a cruise down to the end of the road. The end of the road wasn't too far away, and it had a nice park and an ocean institute so we could learn all about the seals that were barking at us from the dock.
We saw Baby Beach before we decided to head up this giant hill to see what views were up there. Oh, and I was so glad we came up here. They had the most amazing views of the entire area. You could see for miles.
The calm sea gently splashing the coastline and the barriers we have to construct in order to handle it all.
We were so excited to have found this beautiful lookout, and it was the best day ever we could have been there.
Lacey wasn't too sure about paddling, but she spent a bunch of time poodling.
We admired all the views you could see from Coronado to Catalina, and there was even a giant naval ship out there.
We waved to the sailors to tell them thank you for keeping us safe.
You could see our hotel and where we stayed last night, even where we had lunch yesterday. It was so cool to get a bird's eye view of everything we were exploring last night.
It was really cool to check out the path that the boats had taken for the lighted boat parade. You could see that they'd gone out the end and around through the channel to come in the other side. Heather and her mom even pointed out where they went and where we were watching from. We took in the last views we could before heading out on the slow drive down the windy hill. Thanks for going to Dana Point Harbor with us.